Most golfers think concentration is something you either have or you don't. I don't believe that. I think concentration can be built, recovered, protected, and that changes everything because technique matters, of course, enormously, but technique alone does not always survive interference. Sometimes a technical stronger golfer can play down to a weaker one because the distraction took over. We all seen it. Perhaps we have all been it. And honestly, that is a very expensive way to suffer. But more importantly, it is unnecessary because much of that frustration does not come only from bad shots. It comes from something deeper. Golf frustrates so much because every round is a direct challenge with our mind. Every hole, every decision, every second. It is never only about the ball. It is also and mostly about us. And this channel is about that parallel game. How to recognize what usually throws you off. How not to let one bad thought ruin one hole and one hole ruin a total round. Because we have all done that. And it is frustrating, exhausting. Now, here we will talk about routines. Why pros restart when focus breaks, why little rituals matter, why touching glove we see pros repeat so often, and those repeated little gestures are not madness. They are trained returns to focus. They are trained to come back to the focus area. It is a very different thing. We will talk about how to refocus, how to interrupt mental nonsense, how not to let one joker in your group ruin your round because you trained a lot for that and it's not fair. That is an important skill and even a life skill to develop, a critical golf skill. I once heard golf described as playing money to suffer outdoors. Paying money to suffer outdoors. Well, it's not entirely wrong, but it can be much better than that, much more. Because what interests me is helping golf feel more like the passion we love and less like a sequence of frustrations interrupted by one good shot. We deserve better than that. Helping your technique show up more often, helping the mind interfere less, helping the game feel freer, calmer, more enjoyable. Because this is to be our passion, to our favorite spot, to be our favorite sport, and more like the reason we fell in love with golf in the first place. That is what this channel is about, exploring that journey together, partly through See the Shot, which is about mental tools. It's a program we develop about mental tools, about the power, not the power, how to visualize. So you learn about visualization, focus cues, anchoring the foundations. And we have another program, Mental Golf Accelerator, where those tools become a personal process through audio routines built around what tends to disrupt your own game. Because tools help, but tools inside the process, that is where trust starts growing. And trust travels to the moments that matter, to the first tee, to the nervy putt, to the bad hole after a mistake, to the shot you used to fear, that is where it belongs. So, no, this is not really a channel about mindset. It's a channel about playing better golf through understanding a part of golf most people ignore. And if golf has ever made you laugh, question your character, and come back next week anyway, you are in the right place. Come with me. We will explore one interference at a time, one idea at a time, one better round at a time, and hopefully drive home smiling a little more often than we do most of the times, which would be a lovely change. So, welcome. Let's stop feeling interference before the stroke and start feeling stable enough to let your technique show up. This is my birthday gift to golfers to celebrate a turning point in my own life. I'm giving something back to a game I love. So for 50 days, I will share the mental performance principles I know can change how golf feels on the course. So goodbye and see you tomorrow, May 1st.